Daily Bible Reading, 2 Kings chapter 8. Elisha had said to the woman whose son he revived, "Leave immediately with your family and go sojourn somewhere else, for the Lord has decreed a severe famine upon the land, and it has already begun." The woman had done as the man of God had spoken. She left with her family and sojourned in the land of the Philistines for 7 years. At the end of the 7 years, the woman returned from the land of the Philistines and went to the king to complain about her house and farm. Now the king was talking to Gehazi, the servant of the man of God, and he said, "Tell me all the wonderful things that Elisha has done." While he was telling the king how Elisha had revived a dead person, in came the woman whose son he had revived, complaining to the king about her house and farm. "My lord king," said Gehazi, "this is the woman, and this is her son whom Elisha revived." The king questioned the woman, and she told him the story. So the king assigned a eunuch to her and instructed him, "Restore all her property and all the revenue from her farm from the time she left the country until now." Elisha arrived in Damascus at a time when King Ben-Hadad of Aram was ill. The king was told, "The man of God is on his way here," and he said to Hazael, "Take a gift with you and go meet the man of God, and through him inquire of the Lord, 'Will I recover from this illness?'" Hazael went to meet him, taking with him as a gift 40 camel loads of all the bounty of Damascus. He came and stood before him and said, "Your son, King Ben-Hadad of Aram, has sent me to you to ask, 'Will I recover from this illness?'" Elisha said to him, "Go and say to him, 'You will recover.' However, the Lord has revealed to me that he will die." The man of God kept his face expressionless for a long time, and then he wept. "Why does my Lord weep?" said Hazael. "Because I know," he replied, "what harm you will do to the Israelite people. You will set their fortresses on fire, put their young men to the sword, dash their little ones in pieces, and rip open their pregnant women." "But how," asked Hazael, "can your servant, who is a mere dog, perform such a mighty deed?" Elisha replied, "The Lord has shown me a vision of you as king of Aram." He left Elisha and returned to his master, who asked him, "What did Elisha say to you?" He replied, "He told me that you would recover." The next day Hazael took a piece of netting, dipped it in water, and spread it over his face. So Ben-Hadad died, and Hazael succeeded him as king. In the 5th year of King Joram, son of Ahab of Israel, Jehoshaphat had been king of Judah. Joram, son of King of Jehoshaphat of Judah, became king. He was 32 years old when he became king, and he reigned in Jerusalem 8 years. He followed the practices of the kings of Israel, whatever the house of Ahab did, for he had married a daughter of Ahab, and he did what was displeasing to the Lord. However, the Lord refrained from destroying Judah for the sake of his servant David, in accordance with his promise to maintain a lamp for his descendants for all time. During his reign, the Edomites rebelled against Judah's rule and set up a king of their own. Joram crossed over to Zair with all his chariotry. He arose by night and attacked the Edomites, who were surrounding him, and the chariot commanders, but his troops fled to their homes. Thus Edom fell away from Judah, as is still the case. Libnah likewise fell away at that time. The other events of Joram's reign and all his actions are recorded in the annals of the kings of Judah. Joram slept with his fathers and was buried with his fathers in the city of David. His son Ahaziah succeeded him as king. In the 12th year of King Joram, son of Ahab of Israel, Ahaziah, son of Joram, became king of Judah. Ahaziah was 22 years old when he became king, and he reigned in Jerusalem 1 year. His mother's name was Athaliah, daughter of King Omri of Israel. He walked in the ways of the house of Ahab, and did what was displeasing to the Lord, like the house of Ahab, for he was related by marriage to the house of Ahab. He marched with Joram, son of Ahab, to battle against King Hazael of Aram at Ramoth Gilead. But the Arameans wounded Joram. King Joram retired to Jezreel to recover from the wounds which the Arameans had inflicted upon him at Ramah, when he fought against King Hazael of Aram. And King Ahaziah, son of Joram of Judah, went down to Jezreel to visit Joram, son of Ahab, while he was ill.